Mele call Kembal call back. Whenever has got on a video to play. Whenever if you are ready, you can play that video. Ako Honorable Madi Ceesay ala interview lam adiamta fenela. So call us all ali to follow.
Yeah, dia sele kamwela.
Yeah, memo kan on here. Yeah.
Yeah, Morocco I know ko is a redundant topic now, but Madi Jiwe with the body language and everything, it is just sad. So, but I think still it will people will learn a lot of things from it. Just the fact that Komolba complain and it looks like they have no regrets whatsoever, and they just remain defiant about it.
Yeah, I'll audio playing. Yeah.
What about the other ones that were increased? Just it was last year. Yes. The other ones that were, it was the same legislature.
Exactly.
And now the same legislature coming up with the same with this over 1 million or 2 million vehicles.
Yes.
That are costing over 1 million.
I go back to what I just said earlier on. You have elected your members of National Assembly to represent you, and they are across the country. We have members coming all the way from CRR, URR, North and South, coming to the National Assembly on a regular basis. Now, how do people who elect these members of National Assembly are foreseeing members attending those sessions in the parliament, and after the parliamentary sessions, the requirement for them to visit their constituencies, how do they see them go and visit those constituencies when they do not have the logistics? This is simple. It is quite appropriate for the Gambian member of National Assembly to be given transport, either on loan or give them official vehicles with drivers and fuel and maintenance.
But have you not been visiting your people without these vehicles?
Of course we have been. Should we continue to do that out of our pocket? This is wrong. We are doing national service. You cannot give me this responsibility to represent my people, and you said, lend me the salaries that they are paying me. I should dip my hand into that salary, go and visit my constituency on a regular basis. You want me to dip my hand into my pocket, go to the National Assembly for sessions and meetings. My friend, this is really not realistic. Even if you take the civil service at the higher cadre from grade, I think 10 or 12, stand to be corrected, those are senior officers. They are all given to official vehicles the moment they are appointed. So the National Assembly should not be given anything. So we should dip our hands into our pockets and go to work, go to our constituencies. Oh, well, my friend,
Honorable,
let's call a spade a spade.
You are representing people, and a lot of these people are not happy with this.
That is wrong. That perception is wrong. Because where is your proof? Have you conducted a survey?
No.
If you have, put it on the table for me. You see, most people, especially journalists, you give assumptions. Majority of people don't like this. But how do you measure your majority?
No, Honorable, but
you have to be realistic.
It is very evident. You have been hearing
it's not
people
evident.
crying. You have been hearing
you can shout 110 times, you alone. Somebody can shout 1,000 times. You take that as a basis to say majority. That is wrong. I went to the parliament on a majority ticket. Proof and evidence. There was voting. I scored votes. I crossed, and I'm in the parliament with majority. My people that I contested with lost because they have few votes. That is evidence. So you cannot come here and tell me majority of Gambians don't like this. Where is your evidence?
A prominent political analyst, Isanjai, said, we have a parliament that is not very different from the executive's corruption. Wastage of public resources and mismanagement of public funds are the order of the day in this country. The parliament are not different from the executive in terms of wasting
he is wrong.
Expenditure.
He is wrong, and I can tell him in his face that he is absolutely wrong. He's expressing an opinion that is based on nothing, absolutely.
But he's an
Let
expert.
him prove evidence.
He's an expert in politics. I'm not so...
well, I am not doubting his expertism in whatever you call him, but I am saying that he is wrong in that statement. How? Let him prove it. How are we corrupt?
Okay. That is the video of I think Honorable Madi Ceesay, Serrekunda, is it Serrekunda West or MP?
Yeah,
Serrekunda West. Honorable Madi Ceesay. Okay. Let me just clear this. I don't want to talk about it, but Honorable Madi Ceesay is mixing up things there because number one, he's saying how do people expect them to travel to their constituencies without money? Who has said MP should not get vehicle 155? You might go for.
That will let
You see, this is despicable because but it has to do with the journalist because journalism what I should have told him clearly, go honorable Gambians are not saying you should not have vehicles because let's see, when Barrow gave them the vehicles 2017 and people supported it. So that clearly should show to honorable Madi Ceesay, our point is not about them getting vehicles, but it is the value of the vehicles. That is the underlying word, the cost of the vehicles. And he is lamenting, Kafoko, you guys expect us not to have vehicles. Who said that?
And he's even saying when actually the last legislature
You see, whenever this is embarrassing, somebody affiliated with the party, I think you see, it seems that these people are not even listening to people's concerns, and they just yellow. Whenever this is the danger.
I'm saying I don't mean to interject, but can you imagine Madi is even arguing the public opinion is not against them? How can he argue that?
Okay, let me throw this back to him. Did he conduct any statistics? Because he's telling people for more any statistics the Kafoko majority. Based on what? He's also giving his opinion. We are giving. In fact, I am not saying that majority against because it's true that there is no census, there is no sample done, but based on online, we are saying those people online, majority of those online against it. That's what we said. We are not saying the majority of Gambians. Majority of people online, how many Gambians are online? But we are not saying majority of Gambians are online. But he also doesn't know whether majority are against or not because he hasn't conducted any survey. So he's in the same position as us. You see, let these people defend this vehicle. Let them have it. Okay. We are saying, and we're not going to change our position. I'm not going to change my position. Honorable Madi Ceesay can have his position. All this ministers have until cows come home. I'm not changing my position on these vehicles. Sabali made his audio, and I'm with Sabali. Yalon, the problem is, if Adam Barrow can also sit down there and defend his flamboyant lifestyle. I have heard Honorable Madi Ceesay condemn Barrow's flamboyant lifestyle at ways. Barrow can also sit in State House and say, you know what? Do you guys expect me to be president and I don't eat this amount of money? This is what Barrow did when he hired the private jet to go to New York. I got a small amount of money. Barrow, I bet Honorable Madi Ceesay didn't like that. Let's be serious as people. And this is, you see, the saddest thing is, these people actually can haunt the party. That is my fear. Because the voters will see, well, this is a UDP MP. Ndolbe worry wala UDP deputy for the defend can, and this people can punish the party for this. Alnyanta nyin bulalale. Honorable Madi Ceesay mal danila. I'll vehicle more bodies against you having. If this vehicle was maybe 1 million or 500,000, I don't think there'll be too much hoo-ha about it. It is the value of the vehicle. And look, this came wonderful, just a week or 2 weeks after Honorable what is the name of this Banjul Northla MP? Honorable ML Bak cried at the National Assembly because Enani Sabaleka incubator Sabasaya. It only Kumbota wala. So Honorable Madi Ceesay, with all respect, no one is saying you should not have vehicle. Why are you taking our words out of context? Because these are simple. Nobody has said that I have never heard anybody say and I've never heard anybody they should deep there. Because you never dug your hands into your pockets because Alka transport allowance to the they've always get transport allowance. They've never.
But they allocated 1.2 to 1.3 million. They will allocate a pro vehicle allowance.
So never. So why are you bringing that discussion here? Why are you bringing? You know, I don't want to get started with this vehicle thing, but it is embarrassing when you go to the television because the quality of the journalism is awful. Because journalists could not challenge. Madi Ceesay says this. I'm going to pin him down. Who said you should not have vehicles? Which Gambian said you should not have vehicles? Because 2017, you were given anonymous vehicles by Barrow. You did not even know the source of those vehicles, but we supported you, even though some of us regretted that. I certainly regretted supporting those anonymous vehicles, and I have apologized to Gambians. In hindsight, Manyano vehicle supported. That's where our mistake started. Some of us, we were just blinded because of we were change happened. We were with the euphoria and we supported wrong things. But certainly, Gambians, Honorable Madi Ceesay, let me make it clear to you. No Gambian said, it is the luxurious nature of the vehicles, $2.5 million when we cannot even have a good ferry service. Okay? How do you reconcile? And you call it convergently. You see, whenever there's a problem, we have a
He
problem.
meant everything he said, sadly. But let me tell you something. One of the reasons why UDP call, I want UDP call from the Diam ila member Solia. Madi Ceesay is not a junior member of the legislature. Maybe I would have preferred it.
Is he not the deputy minority leader?
Minority leader. So they are all into it. Alaji SW down to the UDP MP, baby kankum bendine, baby kangerina, at least as far as leadership is concerned. So wala na UDP dingol, they need to be very concerned about what is happening here. They are concerned because ngaje ko nying komi ya nyame as a patio tiano, as a patio bataninol. So I think even the party should take a stand on this. But yeah, Kueke fire tambi abe dai kang Madi as one of the most senior in the legislature. Kana ka famo ko falia expect ko mem bulo bulo na jibogo. Dal final nyanta enjoy. You know, I didn't come a new platform and I want to give them credit Atlantic. Malaf jela penko selandi ya onazana. Without time or I just wanted to give them time I can use it on based on fair use. But come I just wanted to give it time. But absolutely what Madi said here, it out near in the entire interview debate, it's outrageous. This vehicle, there is no defense for this vehicle. Magudi manyana defend. But after you dipping gold salongo, it can have a deputy card, they are all into it. Left all of them.
Let me. I want to make this clear. Whether the party is partying, I agree with you. Party should make a step. But we have seen the hierarchy of the party. Honorable Amadou Sane clearly doesn't support this. He's a senior member of the UDP executive. Now, Dr. Lamin Manela interviewed Moile Kerfato. He doesn't support it. Yes, he said he wasn't speaking on behalf of UDP, and which is a fact. He was giving his opinion. But we have seen individual executive. Mamadou Sabali, our campaign manager, made an audio condemning this vehicle. So you can see that this is the general. If you take that as a sample, you can have a feeling that probably the party is not supporting this because Mamadou Sabali is a senior. But I think this instead of approaching this in a haphazard way, the party should make a statement. And some of us have given our opinions on this in our forums. Absolutely. You are aware of this. We have done even UDP WhatsApp group. We have said our statement. Those are internal party discussions. Malafiko, someone in platform. But Mandopal Madi Ceesay, we will not agree with you on this. And anytime any UDP MP and in defense, we will come and debunk it here. Because you know what? This is going to. I told the National Assembly, Allah actions invariably can affect us in the votes. It can make us lose voters. You have to think of the bigger picture. Gambian now they are putting you in the same basket with Adam Barrow. In the sense, I'm not saying like for like, but Nim Barrow be wasteful spending. Allah can defend them. Barrow can also defend his wasteful spendings. Do you guys think about that? So now Albe Barrow or Domoro complain can Barrow for well. Do you guys expect me to drive a cheap car as a president? All right. Do you guys expect me to board a private helicopter, a commercial flight to go to Brussels as a head of state? I need a private jet. So Nim Barrow for Madi Ceesay, Honorable Madi Ceesay, what will be Madi Ceesay's response? Yalla mo need a question on you because Barrow sa fono gon defana hani kuri je mo president na colleague sol kata ni private jet la so mana nan tebeta ni commercial flight la. Let's be serious as Gambians. And the more the party keeps silent on this, the more these MPs are put. We have seen Honorable Yahya Menten Sanyang made one of the symbolic interviews on Kerfatu, very absolutely symbolic. Okay, he trivialized this. At Kerfatu, and a lot of people got disappointed. Well, I post of it, social media about the fairies. You see how people lambasted him there. Yalla post, people went after him. You know,
yeah, Molia criticized that.
And Honorable Madi Ceesay should understand these people mainly comment. They have a stake. They are some of them.
I think you were just being professional with Madi. Yeah, I understand. But the fact of the matter is, majority of Gambians are against this radio station or the program on Kela Moile. Ordinary Gambians, imala finyana, mulman balan dipite le motosoro, but moto nyinda jawe atale, and it's 58 of them.
Whenever you are right, based on the people public reaction, yes, I remember for Survey Monkey, but nka use as a yardstick people who call to radio stations, people who go online, WhatsApp audio. How many people went to the WhatsApp audios and supported the MPs? Can Honorable Madi Ceesay let us know how many audios were made and set?
Exactly. What's up? Even UDP members, Moti Meya Lonko, he can defend it.
Yeah,
everybody is speaking out against it.
Yeah. So let these MPs, what I expect him to be remorseful about it. Okay, they could have someone say, you know what? Yes, Nala consensual expressly, but already Nani Motolian installer can deduct. We made a mistake, probably Nyantal consult, but we'll bear your concerns next time. That would have been a fitting response. Okay, but to try to defend this is indefensible, Honorable Madi Ceesay. No National Assembly member can defend it. That's why Honorable Madi Alaji Estabo is quiet about it. And you know what? You know why they are all quiet about, majority are quiet about it? Because they know the public is against this. It all along. Yeah,
Yeah,
public
no.
condemnation. Walatna they decided to be mute about it. Walatna deputy Oluniajibe, Honorable Yaya Menten Sanyana Bediamala, and of late we heard from Honorable Madi Ceesay. We haven't heard from most of them because they know the resentment the Gambian people have against this vehicle. Honorable Madi Ceesay, this is terrible. This interview has put you, Marlon Foya understand is the political ramifications that interview has. And y'all wonder if the problem is this vehicle thing could cost some of these MPs. You don't understand.
Of course.
Let them not downplay Gambian or political consciousness. All right, people were dropped off. You know, some of the former UDP MPs were punished because of their selfish interest. You know, remember Sani mentoring, Baba Gale Jalo, right? Yeah, Sani mentoring. He was punished because of our selfishness. Okay, because all after Barwale Normala, UDP are punished. Yeah, so the same thing goes for Sekou Maro. Sekou Maro are punished. Fatoumata Jawara was punished because of his selfish. So UDP members will Alkanani Miracle. Yes, Ali, you got re-elected. You are untouchable. Don't make that mistake. Alkana Gambian or the determination on the value. Ye politician oje. Kuma killing, what say destroy. One word. Mune Yaya Jammeh destroyed. One word when he went after the Mandinkas. The man who has been leading this country for 20 years. Yes, there was what? There's a culmination of factors, a dictatorial tendency. But that was what, you know, for Yaya Jammeh, when he made that statement, Gambians said, no, that's it. We came together. That statement united Gambian people. I'm all united together. People said the Mandinkas don't deserve this. They all came together because of, you know what? That for us, that was it. Right? Gambian all go, no. This is getting too much. We got to come together. These MPs got to be careful. We don't care. I personally wouldn't care. But parti yombele dental and nibe diam le kafolo UDP deputy wol. Be honorable Madi Ceesay la nyindiamo. Ita fola Madi Ceesay ba fola UDP deputy wol. Does it think of the consequences of that? Of the party? That he certainly has worked hard and supported. He has all his life he has been contributing meaningfully. I have a lot of respect for my Serrekunda brother. He's a great guy. And he loves this party. He has fought for this party. He has done well for this party tremendously. I'm not going to be disingenuous to downplay that. But contextually, Alanya interview is symbolic for me. Just like Nina interview was symbolic. The Fenkela interview.
And secondly, for the purpose of analysis, Nimang, if you don't mind, left our second part because sometimes people can say you take things out of context. And also, more or less, just so you know.
Okay.
Not now, but right now. In just 2 minutes.
Yeah.
How? Let him prove it. How are we corrupt?
Because of this
vehicles.
The vehicles.
Look, if the vehicles are any measurement of saying we are corrupt, let them take it. But I am saying, when a minister is appointed, he is given vehicles too. Are they corrupt or not? They are not, because we have given them responsibilities. We need to give them logistics to be able to move in and out and do their job. If a member of assembly contests and wins and becomes a member of parliament, he needs to have logistics to move about. If that vehicle is given to that person, you don't like it, that's your business.
But
that's your business, but that's not wrong.
Don't you think you are different from the ministers because they are appointed,
yes,
appointments, while you people are voted by the people?
The assumption of position is different. For ministers, they are appointed by the president. For us, we are elected by the people.
That's why you are different.
Yes. So being different, therefore, I should walk on my foot to go to work. I should walk on my foot. I should use my foot to walk to go to my constituency. Should that be the difference? Look, let us be realistic and genuine. You cannot have an elected member of parliament coming all the way from Jara constituencies. You said that person should not be given transport. He should dip his hand into his pocket and pay, go and come and go to, do official functions. Please, let us be realistic. Parliament is not different from any other functions in the government. in terms of providing the necessary privileges and rights. When you are appointed, you need to move.
You should enjoy the same or similar privileges as the ministers.
No, I'm not comparing myself to the minister to that. I'm only using the ministers as a measurement to say that if ministers can be given 2 vehicles, 2 drivers, you fuel it, you maintenance the vehicle. Now you give a member of parliament a loan of car. You pay half, and there's outcry. I'm saying that's why I'm bringing in the ministers. But I am not assimilating myself or in any way equating myself to the ministers.
And in fact,
we have different roles.
Reports are suggesting that the taxpayers are in state paying 70%, not 50%.
Well, as far as I know, stand to be corrected, what I know is 50%. That's what I know. If they have, well, if it is true that it's 75% fine. But what I'm saying is here is, even if it is 100% paid by taxpayers, like I said, we are giving ministers 2 vehicles, 100% from taxpayers' money. So I just want to let's look at our functions, our responsibilities. If you can give a state minister 2 vehicles, fuel it, maintenance it, give him 2 drivers, 100% funded by taxpayers' money. Here is your representative. We are giving him a vehicle that, taking your assumption, we are paying 75%. You still say, no, that member of parliament should not be given that vehicle. That member of parliament probably should walk to work, should walk to his constituency, should do everything on his own from his salary.
But don't you
That's
think,
not fair.
Don't you think 3.5 million vehicle, cost, don't you think that is expensive for a country battling with finance like this?
It is, of course, expensive.
It's expensive. So couldn't the lawmakers, reduce this amount?
Probably
they could have done this.
Probably the next car loans, but not this other one. This is gone already. It's paid for.
And reports are also suggesting that some of the National Assembly members have not even seen the procurement document, contract.
Well, for me, I don't need to see it.
You don't need to see it?
No, you see, we should know how offices operate, Sedika.
So now I'm going to go to the callers list. Look, I'm not going to comment on this again, but I've given my take on Honorable Madi Ceesay. That's his opinion, like we all say. And I don't think we should crucify him for speaking his mind. That would be undemocratic. Obviously, we can disagree with his opinion within the remit of democracy, but we should not crucify him for speaking his opinion. I'll opinion on vote. It's now left to the Gambian voters. The problem will be because in Monrovia, Bankudingol Funditala, they protested. Honorable Madi Ceesay would not have sent this if Gambians had gone to the National Assembly and protested. Let the Gambian people go out and protest. And then he will realize that, yes, people are not happy with this. Then he will not go to the interview and say, have you done this? But we're just talking on social media. And this is the thing that we don't go out and protest. Today in Israel, the Israelis went out to the National Assembly to stop a bill from being passed. And that's how they are serious about their country. Organizing the groups, the National Assembly, you protest, then the MPs are going to get the court. But UDP Daniel, opinion. I'll be very careful in defending this vehicle. Ali halal hakiloto. Alal la motol borondi. Anu alama kaira tinyalan la motol. Right? Ale motol tale, alata. Bari diamo dol binal koke. Mbele denta patiola. Alse patio tora nole. Because ni itavola, bininte se usit le diamo dol feka for UDP kolom. Ni wani fani America for UDP kolom. Sakatul melgo, you are elected officials. Anu ye interview katale. Ni moja ma nyingi. Is why should we be baro falling na because you fana na baro be flamboyant lifestyle because need them oversight. Yalong ka point leminde it like a baro la call oversee. You play the oversight function. Need a minister kan yinke. Mvana back and minister tate wo motori. But it da carry all they told they going to have ownership of this. Minister B, Nimbaro minister or minister Bondi. Iko motor recall state letam. The minister don't know that. Yes, now understand the ministers only the beneficial men de la Seattle, but don't condemn them. Even in utility cars or like a mendi musol. Minister Latin. ñin kodi jama ba nga condemn le bring bakari baje moto kuto sana braka da youth and sports nte na jana nga condemn ngo that's too much, it's expensive. So until we have been very consistent that ninga taran kambuka ministerial condemn galda male condemn, then you guys can have a legs to stand on. Nga barola expensive lifestyle nga condemn la man tutle noje but muna wala nambe baro kele kan ka bondi ji honorable Madi Ceesay. Wala na today every time we come to this platform to criticize Baro. This is why Gambians don't want Baro to go beyond that time because abe tinyarola. Barola contract document dolenga leak bantaba. Banta dolenga la contract document dolenga lonko dipite wol dama alto information o sotla. Ko Baro ko 150,000 spend on daily dolengo information o bondi. Ndol media. Atol dipite wol dama alto lon dolengo bondi albe you got the information from there and it went viral. And now coming here using Barola Molam, it be more overseeing, it be more you are playing on oversight function. Aren't you really? Are you listening to yourselves? But anyway, I think Motorola Nina another value. Well, I think that is what is making them blind to come to their senses. But this is actually ludicrous. It's absolutely wrong. You guys cannot defend it. Let me go back to the callers right now. Because and nobody is going to change my position on this. It's still the same. So I'll go through the callers list, but the make callers all done like 3 minutes strictly. Mokana tambi 3 minutes now. 3 minutes. Mokana tambala. I have about 9 callers. Okay, caller dole Finland. I'll go to the next caller. Okay, caller member Finland. Bismillah.
Because motor men that have $1 million for la because they are giving more me woman in your console, Sade Mafandol. The Darandella Sandoro Mavon, la Bolongo Mavon, la Tibidator video, one of the very, very dangerous. When answer in Burgan Mingia console, Jesus and La Senate is a problem. So how can a mole make a category, they have motor $1 million for that effect? It don't give a more to be a bone, a couple more to get a more to protect.
Yalong Honorable Madi Ceesay better la meka at habe mem foka ko ntol ngalo nyaade ko majority man so ngama banku dingol le fon nyanta diam la loud and clear pour katandala
Madi Ceesay ka mem bode banko mol mambana pour ka moto so para yete kala moto si ba de mo moto de ta
exactly
because moto men dara fo $1 million pour la nem tenke ede po moto kala bloqué de banko asilo ko ale moto pour la silo de ta de no, you have problem with it, because Gambia better moment to be now to la for Gambia do good at it. And then you put a dark on big problem and the pastor of him Bankoka.
Tonya.
Yata Lolo na more lady face and I got Namoli Balunya can do something and all the Jada can do something. One of the first important in the Yanda Miguel Gambia, Katamotos and $1 million for a week came and do it. What about that? So we no problem with the dividend la moto sodo mambalang para enta ke la moto me moto ko sodo Gambia wuli ke melu ga moto sodo wuli ke moro ga moto sodo wuli ke sama ga moto sodo okay in secondly UDP la dividend nyande kia ko le because UDP be nyame right now la mo Gambia nyati la mo chicken class
thank you
ya ba mo so mo ya moto ko me nyim moto na funde to le ke la mo pro de ke ta moto ka drop kaita ni mo lo ko men del be nyim banko kam puru kam moli ma ko di banko bi di wala jangana bare man na puru kam fan di bolam akena la UDP la individu la nyim moto ta akena e mo jamala jiko tala afa mo man jiko UDP ta ba jama mo mon be mel yalla ngoy mangi bangati man kibaro so be ka fo le ko ni mo man samala di senti atare ko te wonya
wallahi
ya ba mo mol be mel yalla ngo be jigere ngo me dal ci banko samano yanko wada wa fele ki jana trika alhamdulillah mo mangi banko janya da ko yanko do ko la yanko way do ko minister bi mo be la nyama la kena ma na ta kan alhamdulillah
ane ngalo ngo yanko ba ni ko be moto sanna million fulani fanga ba fulal hani amo need
yanko moto sunna ka moto san million fulala yanko to kelo la
do kelo ko
mo musibalo ngala ki ko bloti lo ngala man ko do lo so tenga ngoda ko del benya ta kelo musifa de ngani moto da ko lonta ngi trop ngalon na mole bele kate fo fay mo bolu nya kelo so be gamena deka lafta man pour la blo
ko banta keta ya lo mbedi am kan wala na ko de
ha nga dibite wol fan nak mo fon
molam hat anin itel fanga la do ko
o ani tol fanga be do ko wala
banta keta ha
ya ite ya lon ya banta keta lon
banta keta to lon ne banta keta is a famous talent banta keta famous talent molon
okay
yeah banta keta is a person. It's not like it's invisible or
among a ghost. He's a real person.
No, it's not a ghost. It's a real person.
Okay.
We need to find out in URL area Pantaketa. Somebody will be able to point who is Pantaketa, and then we get him.
So I sabat remintole. Fatu ite Pantaketa melo. We sabat remintole.
Pantaketa by base Pantaketa. Base.
So base ngolo mati.
Ha Pantaketa ha.
And any Adam Baro in your London.
Aha. Pantaketa, this Pantaketa is a person. So it's not a ghost, he's a human being. And he's existing. And also, come from Fatang, and Baro Yalikayin Kodomeng, Ekamola, Naflom, and they are like competent to spending Gambians' funds. Oh, Gambia non fangalanyanta pintila ola ya nga fanyame nimman pintinga condemn atatea anu kunun ko demonstration of mengata strike for Gambia ning demonstration no it is very important for Gambia non be fitna comme ñemen ko no follow le ka cha follow kono comme ko molka manule comme ko yete deport le fitna ko kana join. It was very saddening that it's a man honey finting and in a mall killing. I'm a moment affected in this deportation. You can count them in Mansiafan. Musul Baf African maybe most of our more Nadia out. And that is their family members, not like a Melpang or Melmu victim from us. And we have Yaman coming here to Jang, you have one Vitala, the Bankela. But it is a fintilla. So
need a Gambia daily.
I mean, no Kalam. It was a no man Laban. I don't follow it in Laban Nature. But in a little male on Quiel Bondi, some Yentele low in Gambian male on Quibi, fast I come through can you put it Kella I done. But it later you see then it a Fanka like the Markan. Well, that one is very sad. And also, this Panjun Bara la Fankoye. Ni Kodome Mialo Kika base spending, yeah? Instead, you Panjunia invest into Panjun Bara. It's okay. And I make a Panjun Bara the man Bansan Nyani Nibe Taylor. That one is still Julo Levije. And no Julo in meanings are more single. The Munda Marisa to back in Geocon.
Wow.
More in our side lab. More Maritan can do na Mari Jolono Geology. Damian, that one that is not barrier. Julo the Vijay or Julo the Maolam barrier, Neo Julo, ni Tamido Julo.
Woman told you, woman bridge mality.
I remember that. Ferry of Encanta. Bansan Linyanity.
Oh, Bansan Linyanity, my Julo Vijay.
Ah, Julo Vijay had a sign. Julo Vijay had a sign. And I'm marrying Julo Nakita, Julo Mintas, you know. Nimol Masabanu ya Demanu. Tena Mario Bulajicona.
They sound.
And this there's a lot of places there along Baruan in Mazakuna. It's just
Abaraka Fatu, Abaraka, thank you. Yeah, go ahead. I'm a network column. Go ahead.
I say in the Gambia, coming Jama Mo Jamala Fanala, Ono Mantaraje, sincerity Teje. Dignity Mantaraje and a sense of patriotism, woman Gambia Bangkoka. Gadogo near National Assembly Jube, we have a bunch of miserables and we call them honorables and honorables. You know, Gadogo Kabo President Nakana to the common man, which is the voter in the Gambia, near Jube Jamala Fanajina, they have dropped the ball so low, lowest to the lowest ebb. In the sense that Kaje Kominko, Kuodo Beje ethically, Wokumayata, Kake, Udo Teglafi Ikake, Nyala Karola, Bari, in the logical sense, woman is not practicable among better again. National Assembly ma foko imanya kamodo soto. But ni nata ni National Assembly member jube itol be kono ide mu fuarolde. Ye mama nyolla ko jube itol ba mama nyolu. Il mama nyolla valuable asset solo amanta mbite ramola nin dabandemo. So near Ojube, it mama ala valuable assets ala entire lifestyle span no among fence no for terrain in the bandimo, wala muduku. It mari yen ye fengota voter solieke dulato ekana 3 million fenkoto. The general condemnation wo nyinto, it would be an understatement ka ye coming ko mo bele nyinko condemn. Tonya National Assembly nyantaka moto sotole. Bari cut your code according to your size. Ntolbe wala diamuka andong Senegali afole iko sokolale dinalado yale wala wala munyente ko Gambia dingolu for UDP deputy lembam for NPP lem for deputy mo ite marile mbali bute la kende ke bute nyala mi alon ko kafe ke sole betal le ka to ko nim fa waro fan sindo je ya muta komengo idati taka course la dungi ke kawasiti wala ba kendila e ka ku ke balo ke nyindula to dipitelu vota solumbe bute la buter nyala mi ya lonka abe senyala sat ko be UDP le be daoda na banko nyanta ka jele in a collective entity ka je komengo mo be banko kan ni mu UDP fengo di imman ko ke anyanta ke nyami nyanta ke ju faro wadiyam Gambia manke Adam Baro tati Adam Baro bila binala anala muso hanet saikulo fa mai maso nko ni ko be jelele ko be jelo forcer la fa e dale ka fara yelo e bonanji bi wole na ye fawaro ke ye kulupali ya bambalo ke Gambia dingole ye Kenya ngo hadama do nyanta ka loy bota damin to way
kola membe France enembala ngat minute sabale di fanana go aget Omar
Mada coming for them on Fatiando, it will mantra from that sign there. It just baby in the table and till they end up with sign. They end up with then be the Londo te blocono, a banco in Samano and Mabe Mancarande, but Londo a Camobo de Colala Cono, I is a Masona. Londo member to Bull, million full, called Motokundo. Ning Atarako, it'll mel BG, it's a Leo Kodota, tell Mam Model Jube, fight at the Minister Jube, and in Deputy Koton Meliala Bandala Bankolka. Yalo walk Koto Kumo Koton movement. Well, you can make it and draw along. Ika Ningaba, Ninkoba, coming Wallam, Indian and coming, it will be a Kajala for it will memory like Yanko to Molmadilla, what they had more like a adu momo hadu meta biyo manya na Gambia palaso ni wala nyanta Gambia palaso marala mel yalon koy wasata yem woyalon e balapa miskinole e balapa muskonomale ko yaab me banko ka fale bari to mel bije saande tel be nyanta kari saande tego memam fole almeta diamula même ko la wonde memam fole al préparer aleta ale dibite ani mol mel yalon koy se wasa e fawno se wasano membe bulu hani be dipte bunkono ye moto di la bank ima moto di la bank se do ko ke no bank wa na da si fa be dipte bunkon nuwanyo nimmo kana masakunda momo kana tolka bol bal na le mina nyane e bal na ko ngamolle tara nyaato lonnalen e bal na ko ngamolle tara nyaato mel yalon ko la tap bankol e bal na ko ngamolle tara nyaato mel yalon ko e la ta dunia bankol bita kan nyame na bankol tawanya par ñi mol mel be banko kan itele si e be tawno la fala trompi onwe banko don bi toro bol kan ako bala fa watal alma Gambia falina
amen ya rabbi
bije ala e bondi je kayron kono mel mine nodo wali ya ke ku e tawni yaje ko tonya ndel mel bije ndol ma fenno ndol ma londi soto il mel nata wolle londo soto adu wolle fana barakata
Abaraka Omar Fati, thank you so much. Albela Maka Yudibi online Bantabala. So Saingada Alaji Turaya, Sweden. Then after we have Yusuf Ajame, and then this caller from Germany will be the final caller on the show.
presidential commission woni babutum wasuta lundo bari Madi Ceesay ayantolla do ko mamira ya sono yandi nimbulu ngamira akole yandi nimbulu bakala o alanin statement to with due respect nga menjeje na arrogance jeje with due respect na disrespect jeje Madi alanin atebediamu kan wa anyanta lon ko akadiamu ala electrosol akadiamu wala liye
wala fo garawda dem bon
but niaji na bediamu kan nyamem with total disregard ala menye kato fire andum I could mix jan comme mbes ngamuru na kukino kan mo ma fo ko député wol manyan na moto sotla anu mo ma fo ko député wol nyanda kale simol la bari atolle beje pour kaji bem ko bankola nafulo nyanta tamala nyaadile tajere e kan mo baside mem atolle nyanta jila ko amine kodu bankola kodo ay tama anyanta tamala nyamen I use spending nyanta kala nyanta atolle barsa natuli total disregard andong memfanam fota don't sit and use learning it could haunt us in the future because he come with more than I be killing
I go all over it
and Tolko UDP, I mean, we are different. And we left and go different zoning Walton, but sign in that and also doing a med elect. Well, can you mania Sifa Ninke? A nuclear water. I mean, the Mabira, is a for no opinion or but you interman killing. I need interman say so, Madi Ceesay responsibility le beto le bulu.
But Alaji, I didn't mean to interject because Nimo colors all segment, but Yamla Funim debate only Malom Molla Konzan alone. They are just being defensive. This is a typical Gambian. You see, Alaji, there is one thing about us Gambians. We are extremely defensive. You see, this is one of Gambian Achilles heel. Gambiano Hanabe Kukan is wrong. For the sake of argument, I will defend it. Honorable Madi Ceesay alone Gambian will complain about the cost of the vehicle.
He knows.
Because a mamo into critics only have for Moma for the Murana debate for the motor deal. Momo for so I be taunte like Afoko you expect us to put our hands in our pockets or tamang consequences. That is very condescending. Like you said, it sounds arrogant, it's condescending. Aladiamo is condescending towards the Gambian people. You see, and the public good where itekata voters ole kegili ite diam nyonya aning an appointed official in variance in that lajele I
mean he didn't put sorry to say but he didn't put himself together in that interview
Abe Kamfaren he's Ceesay Gonangolom he's upset because more criticism of Ola Dimi. So he's boiling with anger inside him. So he just used this opportunity to vent his anger out, and it's wrong. It's wrong.
It's wrong.
Yeah.
Finally, more for throughout this debate in the social media.
Exactly. Momo. Thank you for President. Yalong Alenga Taunte Abula. Moma for Dipitol Kanamoto Suro. Next time, Naltata media, defend yourself with an angle. Don't use this argument. This argument is weak. It's completely weak, and it doesn't hold water. There is no Gambian. Ndebe molmen na diamol jela social media, and you watch a mammo killing moi from Mokoko Alcana moto soto momofo. So there is a caller from Germany. Let me take that one. Caller member Germany.
Coming like no uncle Honorable Madi Ceesay diamolina. Honorable Ceesay, Mr. Ceesay, because Santa Money Honorable to be frank with people, because Tola Honorable Yate, so did you carry file Gambia on that day, Sunkaro con like Billa or like Tresifa or Malakama? Seconda de kilo manata la kende kay no. Kanda timba teminin ko ano ngata carte fay no. No wife ko no teta carte fay individual be killing no. But but you say in longo in individual momo na 2027 na enteran ni awantaran yo they will not gonna win billahi wala tala because banko di mo ba kan fari kambale and then yimbang hontlale ngale mal because last I called Keba Samali Kafa Puru atol mimba nyalo ino alim patiola executive ediam so I am brief something na je understand but patio nyina ka step kala kaya tani banko di wala ni man tana ko kilinto ni mbita yeta udia momensia anga kuma tinyari kuma fenka ni mbita weta Mr. Sedili political kole asa okile ino tani woro ula da mai mola mo tani woro da mai mola patio to ya political